Friendships. Are they genuine? Are you being ghosted, or are you the one doing the ghosting? Why can't we have difficult conversations with our friends? Do we need to revisit and revise our friendships, just like we have been with our partnerships and parenting of late? Those are the questions I'll be answering on this vlog, so I'll see you on the other side. Welcome back to Carrie's Crack, my vlog here on a spiritual life, where I show you that I'm doing the work too and walking this path with you. If you're new here, my name's Carrie. I'm a mindfulness teacher, a home educating mum of two on a non-religious spiritual path. You're very welcome here. So we're going to talk friendships. I'm going to take you on my little walk, which I've done many times with you already. So let's talk friendships. So as I do with all my Carrie's Crack videos, it's me doing the work. I show you why it is I came up with these topics, how it came in my life, and then I show you how I go about resolving it. I'm not saying that I've got all the answers. If you are feeling the same, resonates with you, then drop it in the comments how you've handled the same situation, and we can help each other. So, friendships, are they genuine? If you can say you've got a handful of, you might have a lot of friends, or you might just have a handful. Either way, are they genuine? Are you authentic in them? Do you find yourself changing to be a different person around a different friend? And is that okay with you? If it is, that's fine. But if you feel that you're not being yourself around particular people, maybe just ask yourself why that is. Is it the friendship that's not genuine? Is it you that's not genuine? Is it them that's not genuine? Let's just delve into it a little bit more. And the reason being, I go on to the next thing here about ghosting. So I've said this in a lot of my videos. In the recent years, I've had a lot of friends and family members drop away in my life, whether I've instigated it or not. And it's accepting that. That's what mindfulness is. It's part of mindfulness. It's accepting what is. And I'm okay with it. But sometimes these people are leaving you without any explanation. And I'm finding that really hard, or I have found it really hard. I've eventually come to terms with it, and that's fine. My point is then, why do we have to get to that point? Why is there never any closure? Why can't we have these difficult conversations with our friends? If it needs a difficult conversation, or just a frank conversation, not even difficult. It's difficult because we don't do it. It's difficult because, you know, how many of you got friends from when you were at school and you still keep in touch with them? And it's like you might be two completely different people, but you still keep in touch, you know? And then it's like, well, we're always going to be friends, so I'm not going to say anything to upscuttle that. And at the end of the day, it comes back to our safety and security and fitting in with people and being in a tribe and almost the people pleasing, you know? So let's play devil's advocate. You have a difficult conversation with a friend and they don't know how to take it because we're not used to doing this. And the friendship ends because of it. No, I've had that. But does it have to end? I mean, if it does, and you're on different paths, fair enough, just like a relationship. But if you want to make it work, have that difficult conversation and be open to give and receive that. So if you're going to instigate a difficult conversation with your friend, maybe give them a heads up and say, oh, I just want to talk a little bit about us, if that's all right. And that's my point. I think we need to do this. We don't. It's almost like we accept the friendship. That's what it is. We've had it for so long. We're not going to upscuttle it now, even though we might be different people, even though we might have different beliefs to that person now. You know, they might be saying things that upscuttle you, and you're like, oh, I got my heckles up when he or she said that. And you start feeling like you're then having to hide your reaction, your response, your views, your beliefs, your values. And then what else are you going to hide? So that's what I mean when I say, is the relationship, is your friendship genuine? So do we need to revisit it? And the reason why I said that is, well, actually, let's carry on with a difficult conversation. So you might pre-warn this friend, or you might just do it, however you choose. If you pre-warn, you might just say, have you got some time where we can be on our own, no kids or anything, and we can just have a chat about us, about our relationship, about where it's going, about our friendship? Because we've started to do that with our partnerships and our parenting. It's all over socials now, you know. How many times do you forward onto your partner these reels about, you know, men talking about the women's point of view, which is a bit weird, and how we're all thinking and feeling about certain things. So if we can do that with our relationships and our parenting, surely next on the list is friendship. So these difficult conversations, you might pre-warn, you might not, you might just go into it. And then what? What are you going to say? How are you going to say it? So when I've done it, I've kind of just said, I haven't done it with friends, admittedly. Oh, no, I did. There was one. So I had a conversation with a friend. Admittedly, it was by text. I mean, it wasn't a difficult conversation. It wasn't that intention, but it turned out to be that. And it's someone I've had a friendship with for many years, up until that point. And we clearly had a difference of opinion on one particular thing. And I was trying to avoid it. And she kept asking and asking and asking. So in the end, after 3 times of ignoring this, I told her. And obviously it was a difference of opinion. And then I think I felt a bit of freedom to let rip, if you will, for want of a better way of saying it, on other things that were bugging me. So, not to say that mine's the high road or anything like that, but, you know, I said a few things that were on my mind. And again, I just don't think we're used to accepting this or being open-minded or receiving this information, because she kind of took it in defence. She was spouting out and basically said, at the end of the conversation, it was like, this is all on text, have a nice life. And I was like, what just happened? And that's my point. Why can't we speak our truth to our friends without it getting, you know, and allowing a conversation to come from it, without putting our defences up, with, you know, really hearing that other person? Because that's all we ever want, is to be seen and heard. So I was a bit taken aback. But I could have, in the old me, probably would have upscuttled and gone, oh, I didn't mean that, we can still be friends. But I didn't. Because I thought, wow, if after all these years I can say my truth and it be taken like that, and you're willing to lose the friendship over it, then what did we have as a friendship anyway? And that's why the new me didn't retaliate to that, didn't respond to it, and just left it. And that's what I mean by ghosting, you know. We've that was a number of years ago now, and that's been it. And I've had friends that have gone without any say, and I've gone, what have I done? Obviously, the first thing you do is you blame yourself, you take on the responsibility, especially when you're mindful. And when eventually there's nothing you can say that you can own up to say that you've done anything wrong, someone's just left your life. Again, is it worth chasing that? So I didn't. I haven't chased that person. And this is the whole thing about spirituality and growth, self-development growth, being mindful, having pure intentions, and people come, people go. People aren't supposed to be in your life all your life. And I think I just found it hard to not have the closure on it. I was fine with how things have gone. People want to leave my life, that's fine. I accept that. It was hard for me to get around the closure of it. And it takes time. And you just have, anniversaries, birthdays and things for that person will come around, and you might see something that person, will like, and you're like, oh, and you think of them. It's like a grief. It's like grieving. When someone walks out of your life, whether you've chosen it or them, you still go through a grieving process. But it doesn't have to be that way. If you have, what I'm saying is, reviews of your friendships, like we are doing with our parenting and our partnerships, like they're hot now. But no one's talking about friendships. I tell a lie, there's Simon Sinek, the guy who wrote Know Your Why. He's been talking a lot about this, but it's always been in the back of my mind anyway. So I've now had the chance to come out and speak about that as well. But I haven't heard many other people talk about friendships, and real, genuine, honest, authentic friendships where you can say what you mean to that person. Not horrible, not flippantly, real, intentional, meaningful conversations with people of how you feel. And not only that, what are you bringing to the relationship, both of you? And what are you receiving from the relationship? What are you getting? I remember doing a thing at school where you had to ask your friend what it was they liked about you. Did you ever do that? And then you never do it since. You might have done it when you were a kid, but never again. And I just think, what a shame, because that's where you're getting connection in friendships. Now, I'm all about connection here on A Spiritual Life. I talk about it from you, the parent, you, the partner, and your kids as a whole family. But there is friendships as well. Now, if you can have healthy relationships, healthy friendships, you can show your kids what healthy friendships look like, and you can guide your kids to teach them how to be in friendships. Because nowadays, particularly with all the tech and everything, kids are not making friends like they used to. We're not making friends like we used to. We're not dating like we used to because of all this tech. The face-to-face, the real connection is going. So it's a different world. We need to help our kids with friendships, but we can't do that. This is what I'm all about. We have to do the work on ourselves first so we can pass it down to our kids. So how are your friendships? Are they working well for you? Can you maybe try and have a difficult or just an open, it doesn't have to be difficult, but an open and honest, it's difficult to make the first move, but can you have an open and honest relationship with your friend or your friendships, all of them, to know that you're on the same page, you know that you can accept and respect each other's difference of opinions and still move forward? Can you receive what the other one gives? Can you give what the other one needs? Are we asking that of friendships? Because you must have heard, I've talked about it before as well, the love languages. So, but let's put that into friendship context. What does your friend need from you? And are you giving it? And one thing I always say is, even if you've got your best friend and you've had them many years, they're not going to give you exactly what you need when you need it. Only you can give yourself that. But a good friend, and I mean a good, genuine, honest, authentic, there for you friend will do their best if they know why, if they know how. And they're only going to know that if you open up to them and tell them. Explain what it is you need and when and why. So, as synchronistic events happen in our lives, my birthday's coming up soon. I think this video is going to go out on the 8th of August, and just over a week later is my birthday. So I've had a little gift through the post from a friend of mine, and this friend I met through doing our mindfulness training, and she lives in Wales, and I've just met up with her. We try and meet up once a year, and obviously with doing our thing and leaving the UK eventually, whenever that'll be, follow on the other playlist for that. Living our best life. If you look at that playlist, that'll tell you our journey. But yeah, she sent me a few little gifts through the post because she's on holiday at the minute. So I've had them early, and I didn't know it was that. I never opened them. So, but just as synchronistic events happen, I was given this friendship card from her, which I thought was really funny, knowing that I was going to be doing this today. So this friendship card came with a little keychain, and it says, "Like branches on a tree, we grow in different directions, but our roots remain as one. Friends are precious, honest, and true. And just like that, I found a friend in you." And I thought that's really nice. And, you know, if you're the type of person that still does birthday cards and Christmas cards and things, I mean, this was on like I say, it was attached with a keychain. But if you do cards, if you do things like this, they're all very nice. I love them. I've really appreciated getting this. But why don't we say these words face to face to that person? Why do we hide behind cards sometimes? I'm not saying this person did, not at all, but we do. Like, when have you ever said anything like that to your friends? I don't think I have. And I think now is probably the time when we need to, and we need to show our honest relationships within the friendships of how they are and how we're benefiting. What can I give to you? Am I giving it? What can you give to me? Are you giving it? You know, because it's a two-way thing, just like our relationships, just like parenting. And we're starting to become more mindful and conscious of those things. So why not friendships? So that's what I've got for you on friendships. It probably might do another talk on it again at another point, but I'd love to hear your comments on friendships. Are you happy with them as they are? Maybe glossing over this stuff, not getting really deep about it? Or do you feel that we need to have a bit more deeper relationship with our friends and find out what we're giving and receiving to and from each other? Do you think that's valuable, worth it or not? I'd love to hear your comments. So that's what I've got for you. Much love. Bye for now.